I remember songs I used to sing, talking about love and faithful things. Then the glam caught my eye. So you should go with what feels right. I'm not alright. No, no, I'm not alright. So let's just start again. Oh, oh, oh. Let's just start again. Oh, oh, oh.
you.